Want to keep up with the latest LEGO Mega 96.1 videos? Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Hello again, everyone, and for this final video, I'll be going over Ahsoka Tano's Jedi Interceptor from Star Wars. Now, this Eta 2 class Jedi Interceptor, it is really impressive. They matched it just like they did in the Clone Wars TV series, which by far is one of my favorite TV series. That and The Bad Batch. And whatever Dave Filoni makes or directs is iconic. Now, for the Jedi Interceptor, like I said, this is Ahsoka Tano's, and its first and only appearance was in an episode called Sabotage, which I will go into spoilers here in a minute. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you click away right now so you won't be spoiled. Good? Alright. Now, Sabotage was part of a 4-part episode story arc of Ahsoka Tano being framed for a crime that she didn't commit. Now, in the episode, the Jedi Temple on Coruscant was bombed, and Ahsoka Tano was sent to investigate. And now, she questioned a woman by the name of Letta in a prison cell at a Republic military base. But Letta was mysteriously choked on by the Force, and she died in her cell. And Ahsoka Tano was framed for the murder. So she runs and tries to find the one who framed her and clear her name. But at the same time, Republic forces captured her, and she was sent back to the Jedi Temple to be tried for treason and sedition against the Jedi Order and the Republic. Now, Ahsoka was expelled from the Order, and she was put on trial for sedition and treason against the Republic. But in truth, it was actually Barriss Offee who framed Ahsoka. The reason why, because the Jedi were the ones responsible for the Clone War, and they should have been put on trial for their crimes. So even though Ahsoka was cleared of any wrongdoings, she left the Jedi Order because, well, the Council was blinded by their hubris and their hypocrisy. And since then, Barriss was the one responsible for framing Ahsoka Tano, and she was punished for her actions, which we saw in Tales of the Empire. She became an Inquisitor, but then left due to what the Inquisitorius was doing. And as for Ahsoka, well, she did become a member of a resistance movement and becomes a member of the Alliance before being saved by Ezra Bridger in the Rebels TV series. And she will go on to have her own series called Ahsoka, which I highly recommend you watch because it's incredible. But overall, it is actually a really cool set. And the moment LEGO announced the set, and when I saw the images were released, I knew I had to get it, because it is by far one of the best sets around. That and the Arc 70, which I plan to get in the near future. And speaking of Ahsoka, here is our favorite Togruta herself. Now, this figure by far is impressive. They matched her just like in her Season 3 to Season 5 attire, which she has on her right now. Now, in the TV series, Ahsoka had another lightsaber, which is a Shuto. A Shuto is a shorter version of a lightsaber, and the blade is a yellow-green one. Now, you're probably wondering why she had 2 blades and 2 lightsabers, because over time she decided to learn to master 2 lightsabers. Hence the reason why in Season 7 of the Clone Wars, which was the final season, and in Rebels, and even in the Ahsoka series, she had the 2 lightsabers. Now, for Rebels and Ahsoka, she had the white lightsabers, because she was neutral to the Force. Now, is she a gray Jedi? Not really. And I'm going with Freddie Prinze Jr. said, who was the voice actor of Kanan Jarrus. She's not a great Jedi. She's more neutral to the Force. So there you have it. Now, last but not least, now the next figure is the chosen one, Anakin. Now they matched Anakin pretty well. They matched him just like in the Clone Wars TV series from season 3 to season 6. And now the design of him is impressive. Now they followed. Now Anakin and Ahsoka were master and a student, as we saw in the movie Star Wars: The Clone Wars from 2008, which I saw numerous times, and it's by far impressive. Though it could use minor tweaking. Now, last but not least, is Ahsoka's astromech R7. Now this droid in particular made his appearance in Sabotage, and would later return in season 7, episode 11, called Shattered, which was where Order 66 was issued. Although the droid was damaged, it would be rebuilt and would found itself with the Martez sisters in the Bad Batch. So overall, the set by far is impressive. Now you're probably wondering, what is the Eta 2? Now the Eta 2 Jedi Interceptors is a Jedi starfighter, which was the first seen in Revenge of the Sith in the opening shots during the Battle of Coruscant. Now these were the descendants of the Delta 7 Jedi Interceptors. Now I know what the actual name is, but I'm not going to pronounce it because it'll take too long. But overall, these ships are impressive. Though, interesting fact, did you know Vader had the exact same ship in Legends? It's true. He had an Eta 2 Jedi Interceptor, which was painted black. This was before he had his own TIE fighter, which we saw in A New Hope. But will we see him do it? Though in canon, he actually did fly a Jedi Interceptor from Mustafar, or after he learned the truth about what really happened to Padme. Yeah, Palpatine did lie to him, and Palpatine punished him by taking him to Mustafar, where he first found him, after, Obi-Wan cut him up and left him to die while he was burning alive. Word of advice, don't mess with Palpatine. Granted, you can stand up to him and you can fight him, but don't mess with him. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and turn on the bell notifications after you subscribe to my channel. And as always, this is LEGO Mega 96-1, signing off.